Hey, and welcome to another art video. Have you ever disliked a painting so much that you just decided to throw it out? Okay, maybe I'm being dramatic, although I wasn't that dramatic this time since this painting was created on a gesso board that was not cheap. I decided to paint over it instead. The orange underpainting you see began when I was live painting at an art show last spring. It was late at night, I was tired from driving 17 hours the day before, and my reference photo just didn't seem creative anymore. So I stopped live painting, and that's what I was left with. This was going to be the underpainting of a really cool abstract I had planned, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. Even when I got home after the trip, I was like, nope, you're not happening. And sometimes that just happens. So today, I hope you enjoy watching me completely erase that underpainting from existence to paint another painting of my new art series. I would also love to share a few things that may help you in your art journey, as you can tell from the title. However, there is one point that no one has ever really mentioned before when it comes to improving your art, and I think it can truly make a significant improvement for some of you in your own art, so let's jump into it. Number 1, sketchbook everything and anything. I think it is 100% important to have a no-pressure sketchbook that is for yourself. I'm pretty sure I have mentioned this in a video or a post on Instagram before. For many artists, including myself, sketchbooks can be intimidating. We've all seen those beautiful sketchbook tour videos, and even though the artist will say something like, "Oh, this is just an exercise," it didn't really take that long. It looks awful, but really to the rest of us, it looks like a beautifully completed piece. We can go very hard on ourselves. But guess what? You don't need to show anyone your sketchbook, which is why I always recommend having your own little sketchbook that is just for you. Keep it a secret if it helps. Creating a space for you to have a no pressure practice will grant you more freedom to authentically be your creative self, which is necessary to grow in your skills as an artist. Number 2, view the world in lines and curves, and simplify everything into shapes. Lines and curves make up everything around us, and thinking about it this way sort of simplifies objects to paint. Rather than seeing all of the intricate and intimidating designs, this approach helps you break down objects into boxes and circles, spheres, and lines and curves, making it less intimidating to paint or draw, and allowing you to arrange elements within your artwork more effectively. Number 3, understand value. Understanding value is key to achieving depth, dimensionality, and contrast in your artworks. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color, sort of like a scale with black at one end and white at the other. Drawing with a charcoal stick is a great example of creating with value. You can use the same single charcoal stick to create a whole artwork with a range of darks and lights by simply adding or reducing weight with the stick. By understanding the spectrum of light and darkness, you can create artworks that pop and captivate the viewer's eye. Challenge yourself by completing a painting study using only one color. Once you master this skill, you'll find your artworks taking on a newfound dimensionality and vibrancy. Number 4, copy. Yep, copy. Try copying to the T, and then try copying but adding your own style. No joke, 90% of my young art students copy. They copied their favorite artists, their favorite photos or illustrations, and in a way, they are learning the ways of who they look up to and who inspires them artistically. Obviously, don't sell or claim these as your own work, but there's nothing wrong with copying for learning or personal growth. Not only are you gaining insights into other artists' techniques, but also you'll naturally start to add your own unique style that will help you develop your own voice. Number 5, paint and draw some portraits. Even if you're not a portrait artist, or you're not looking to become one, or you hate creating portraits, I encourage you to try it. The push will help you understand expression, planes, and form, how tones like skin tones are more than just what they seem, how lighting hits objects, and so much more. It's honestly an all-encompassing way to learn about art while enhancing your observation skills, mastery of light, your understanding of color theory, and even your storytelling skills. Number 6, paint small, paint big. Get out of that comfort zone with those comfort tools and techniques. Use all the brushes and experiment and challenge yourself. Start with one big brush and then go in with one single fine liner for details. This is also a great way to create a quick painting study. Whether you're working on a small canvas or a larger-than-life masterpiece, adapting to various scales and brushes enhances your versatility as an artist. In the end, you'll be able to work more efficiently and understand which aspects of your art in your painting process to focus on. And here it is. Point number 7, probably my favorite one in this video. Teach someone how to paint. Teaching is a powerful tool for your own study, growth, and it helps you build confidence in your craft. You have to know it in order to teach it, and when you do, it really stays in your head. In addition to sharing your skills and passion with others, teaching also expands your own knowledge with gaining fresh insights from the students' perspectives. Educators are constantly learning, and a majority of that learning always comes from our students. Now, if you're one of the many people who say they can't teach or they hate teaching, then at least share and discuss your process with others. Ultimately, teaching or sharing motivates you to continue learning and evolving as an artist, which is something that is definitely key to improving your art. I'm not suggesting that you host this big workshop, and teach like 100 people at once. If, being in front of a large group of people intimidates you and just gives you anxiety, only do what you're comfortable with. All I'm saying is you can teach one person, you can teach a family member, you can even host a painting class with your pet. Again, just sharing your process overall really helps you understand what you're doing. It helps you gain insight into what other people see you're doing and really helps you grow in your own art. So yeah, what you think? I hope at least one of these ways sparked something in you to start improving your art more. Or maybe you've already been working on one of these things and have noticed an improvement in your work. I'd love to hear about it in the comments, so feel free to share any and all experiences. Okay, so I want to quickly talk about this painting. You may have noticed the little cat head. I am obsessed with this little cat head, but at the same time, it needed to go. I didn't want it to go, but it needed to. And I'm pretty happy with how this painting came out. I loved how I was able to still kind of use the colors that were underneath to kind of bring the house and the sky and landscape and the hills out a little bit. So I think in the end, this underpainting that I ended up not liking really helped me start something that I did like. And it helped me add another painting to my Vida de Color series, which is very inspired by nature and my trips to Iceland and Norway and just living in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. I'm just so surrounded by nature, and it's truly one of the biggest inspirations to all of my paintings. So I'm glad that I could take this ugly underpainting and turn it into something that really inspires me. This painting is also available, as are many in my new art series, Vida de Color. So if you're interested, check out the description for info on how to purchase. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and I hope you get dangerous and create something amazing.